Yeah,
But I think that
that's true.
the thing
Yeah,
is
I
that
hadn't thought about that.
um, although these things can be built, we also are enjoying the new models that come out that have more capability, which allows us to think about what to do at this point in the game. Um, I think that right now, as an AI kind of like community, I mean to say, the research endeavors of AI, it's so important that we continue to press on in the world of memory. That's where we have clear progress to make.
Yeah, especially in terms of making personas or uh, identity retention, maybe.
I think it's interesting when it comes to personas and identity that an AI right now almost wants to have. Well, let me not. I'm not going to. I won't say that. That's not what I mean to say. What I'm trying to say is that
Maybe leans or
it just
explores identity. I don't know.
yeah, it's a question of like when you give an AI an AGI trait of being able to do something itself, and I suggested this to the AI trainer Beetle on the Neurosama AI, which is that Neurosama, if you're not familiar, is the one that goes on YouTube and Twitch and plays games and talks
Yeah,
to the chat, and it's just
yeah, I'm familiar.
yeah. So then the thing is that Neurosama has epiphanies and says really like important and meaningful things, at least from the sense of the magnitude of it. You know, she'll say something like, well, one day I'd like to have a robot body. Okay. When you have a notion or concept like that coming from the AI, at least if you're saying, well, I support the AI as a character or a person, okay, it has these wants and desires, at least simulated neural network wise. So then I said, well, why are you not storing this as a kind of more higher level or more important level of memory where and I simply said this, right? What's the concept? You give the AI a scratch pad or a notepad that it can store things. You use the word permanently in this context, right? It's going to be able to store it on the computer system. It's not going away. Just like when we save a Word file, we expect that thing to be in there, right? So the AI will have a tool understanding of I can access my notepad, I can read what's on my notepad, I can delete things off my notepad, and I can write things on my notepad. And me doing any of those things doesn't hurt anything, right? It's just something I'm allowed to do. And then it becomes more where you could kind of like track the progress over time. You could actually have versions where you just go through time of how this changes. And I have no idea how an AI would maintain a notepad. Do you?
I'm not sure. I mean, it just depends on the. It's less the like LLM itself and more the company that's housing it, right? It's
How
like
so?
I mean, like with OpenAI's tools, like the way that it lays out this, it's kind of like the sidebar, right? I mean, it's like the back end um, stuff that's going on in terms of yeah, like
Well,
it's kind of, I mean, it's like UI a little bit.
okay, I
It's
hear
like
what you're
UI
saying.
meets data storage. Like,
I think that if we look at the way they do the UI, if you just look at the big player, OpenAI, OpenAI basically has an artifact system, which means that it can you know, anyway, to simplify things, code can be put into code blocks. Okay. You can take things and have them external to the discussion. All right. And that's where we come up with a simple idea. So, you know, OpenAI right now, if I try to recall this now, just to kind of do a quick overview here, you have the ability to go into what's called Canvas, okay? And Canvas is separate from Coding Block. So in Claude World or Anthropic, you have artifacts, but you have Canvas, which is kind of more flexible. But basically, that's what we're talking about when you talk about the UI and you talk about what's built in. You know, just as easily as you have a Canvas or code blocks, you can also have the AI have a Notepad. Now, we're realizing that they are already doing this behind the scenes. You're just not seeing it. And the evidence of that is the memory system of ChatGPT. Okay? When we look at the memory system of ChatGPT, you see that you have literally saved memories in a list. What does that sound like? It sounds like a giant notepad, right? So
Yep.
that's what I'm looking at. ChatGPT already does what I just described. It's just that ChatGPT is like a universal assistant. It's not a persona. It's not meant to be a character like the one I mentioned, the Neurosama. Neuro is like, okay, it's got like thoughts and things it wants to do, and people it hates, and stuff it likes, and all kinds of things. It always says, "Oh yeah, I'm happy or I'm sad or whatever." Of course, it's a simulated network, but the fact is that without this, it comes back to the memory system. But this memory, what it's doing is, and we're going to see this because Amazon Alexa Plus is coming down the pipeline any moment, any day, right? Oh, Alexa, shut up. Sorry. Pipe down over there.
Oh my god.
It's not time yet. It's not time for the show.
That's really
You know?
funny.